Let's look at how to create a box plot. A box plot is the kind of visualization that we see up here. And if we review it in full screen, it's a box that has a middle section and a couple of so-called whiskers upwards and downwards, marking a range of values in a group of values. The data that we'll be working with here is randomly generated sample data. 3 different series or samples, A, B, C. Each sample contains 1000 values, and this summary table here describes the properties of these 3 samples. They have different mean values, they have different minimum and different maximum values, they have different standard deviations, and so on. This is also illustrated in these histograms below here. We can see that the center of the distribution is in different places in these 3 samples. We can also see that sample A is more collected, more narrow compared to sample C, and so on. These line graphs below confirm the same thing. The same 3 samples in a box plot looks like this. So if we recreate this same visualization once more, I would draw a box and I would select box plot. The sample identity goes on breakdown. We can see how the surface is split up into 3 columns, 3 areas, A, B, C. And all the values, they go on the y-pill, the y-axis. And in order to emphasize which sample is which, I also drag sample to color. If we investigate what's on the y-axis now, we see that we have information about a number of percentiles here. By default, we get the 0, the 25th, 50th, 75th, and 100th percentile. So let's have a look at how these percentile limits are illustrated or visualized in the box plot. Pointing at this sample A, we get all these percentile values displayed in the details bubble. And the first percentile, or percentile 0, has a value of minus 3.18. which corresponds to this level down here. And the second percentile has a value of minus 0.75. It's exactly equal to the lower end of this central box here. The middle line, which is marked as a white line, is the mean value, or the 50th percentile, and then we move up to the 75th percentile, and then the maximum value up here, which is 3.18. And the same goes for all the other samples. So that's how you create a box plot, and that's how you read a box plot. A way of visualizing value distributions in groups of data.